seconds, call the timeout and make the kick.
Can't afford any offensive.
A lot can go wrong here.
Can't afford an offensive penalty. Simeon fires towards the sideline for Wilson. It's incomplete. So from here, it's a 54-yard field goal. Now you got no choice but to send out your kicker. And here comes Greg Zuerlein. I don't think anyone thought that a moment like this was possible at halftime with how one-sided this game was.
Oh, this is a meaningless game, but it means so much to the Jets.
Greg Zuerlein, the Pro Bowl kicker in his 12th NFL season, to try to save the day for the Jets from 54. Good snap, good hold. The kick from Zuerlein is good. And the Jets have taken the lead with still 5 seconds left on the clock. Boy, Greg Zuerlein with a potential gift for his team on Christmas Eve here at MetLife.
Now he goes in motion. Lipke again, the fullback, and he's got it. So he's turning into the short yardage specialist for the Cowboys, and it's working. We talked about, Greg, how these teams, they're so similar. Look, you're
with DJ Moore in the blue medical tent. This was 3rd and 2 for Chicago. Justin Fields surveys the defense, looks to throw for it, goes outside trying to get to Cole Kmet. That one knocked down by the defensive back from Arizona. So 4th down, and the Bears will punt.
Try to get some of these narratives put to sleep here before the playoffs start.
Pressure on Prescott. Steps away from Long and now dumps it incomplete. Dowdle the intended receiver, but David Long had good pressure there. And so Mike McCarthy is keen to the...
Well, the sideline after the kick went through for Greg Zuerlein. Trevor Siemian looks on. Yeah, baby, Christmas is here.
Tell you the story.
Aaron Rodgers. You could say, hey, playoff eliminated. We got it. Jacoby Brissett, who had a heck of a second time in 2 weeks. Jacoby Brissett has led multiple touchdown drives in for the benched Sam Howell, but it appears that it's too little too late for the Washington Commanders.
The fullback has got a big start of this game and then gets belted down to the ground by Brandon Jones. Who knew it'd be the Hunter Lipke show in this opening drive? Mike McDaniel, head coach of the Dolphins in his 2nd year, trying to get them to the playoffs for consecutive seasons. And a win today, and they are in, so a big game for them. 3rd and 2. Four-man rush. Pressure from Chubb. Prescott fakes, in trouble. Taken down for the sack.
It's going to be 4th and short again for the Cowboys. They've already been aggressive and gone for it prior. We'll see what they do in just a second. And then Rachaad White runs it, not only into the red zone, inside of the 10-yard line. Buccaneers putting together a nice drive.
Picks up 4 and he's down to the 10.
Yeah, working that left side.
Dak escapes the pocket. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's been so good all year escaping the pocket, keeping the play alive. Last 2 weeks, there's just nowhere been go with the ball.
And now timeout.
It's on the road. Mayfield 18 touchdowns and just 3. You can see the accuracy here shown so far. 2nd down and 6. They chase him here, dropped by Godwin. Alurican was there. The pressure up the middle.
5 seconds remaining. Here's your last play for the Commanders. You saw this yesterday in the Chargers game. They were going to try the pitchy woo-woo, and it just was, nope, a catch. That's all it was. No lateral on the play. The Jets get a victory, 30-28. A 4th quarter come from behind victory at that. Jets are 6-9. Commanders fall to 4-11. We got 2 teams in scoring range here. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs, Dak Prescott and the Cowboys.
3rd down 6. Right on the move, crumbling pocket, and here he goes. Mayfield swerving inside the 5. Down to the 3. 1st and goal.
Take advantage of that decision.
Prescott on the throw, gets it to Ferguson, first down and more. Big room, Ferguson inside the 15. Nice play call by Dallas at converting as Ferguson.
Browns or the Rams or wherever he's been, and it's just like, you know what, he's one of the guys, he decides, listen, we got to get this first down, we got to get this win. He lowers his shoulder, takes on 2 defenders, is able to get the first down, and now they're set up inside the 5.
Jenkins and Herndon got him. First and goal at the 3. With a couple tight ends, Mayfield to the air, works the block, touchdown, Evans.
Brandon Cooks sprinting to the edge, looking for the end zone. He's going to be cut down just short, but a good run near a first down. And got a nice black and
Evans. He's run multiple slants throughout the course of this game already. Watch as he goes inside, then he plants it, escapes to the outside or spins to the outside. Campbell tries to grab him, willing to get the DPI at that point, but Evans is just too strong. An accurate throw pays off that turnover that the defense got him good field position.
Evans now has 7 touchdown receptions in the last 7 games.
It's a gamble.
The last 10. Extra point here.
Second down and 1. A little flip. Pollard. No signal yet. They say he is going to be down inside the 1.
Wow, watch this play by Deshaun Elliott. He not only, he's clearly short. Not only does he defeat the block of Ferguson, he's able to really tackle Pollard at the goal line with pretty much his left arm.
Yeah, Deshaun Elliott coming back. He missed with a concussion last week. And so now the 15th play of this drive on the opener for Dallas. That run did get him a first down, though, ironically. Play clock winding down. First and goal it is. Lipke, the fullback again. Ball is loose. Who's got it? Miami recovers. Brandon Jones, a safety, comes up with it. All that for nothing as a Miami D forcing the turnover at the goal line. And the Dolphins take over.
So much going on there with the personnel decision, the play call, the turnover, and the Dolphins get it back inside their own 5-yard line. My goodness. The Arizona Cardinals, while we were watching the Dallas and Buccaneers red zone drives, ran it on 3rd and long. You can see it didn't go very far. Arizona just punted back to Chicago. Bears will take over at their own 26-yard line. So, catching you up on the Buccaneers touchdown there, Mike Evans, his 9th touchdown grab in his last 10 games. And for Evans, his 12th touchdown grab on the year ties him for the league lead in receiving receptions with Tyreek Hill, who is active for the Miami Dolphins in that Cowboys and Dolphins game. All 3 games are in a TV timeout right now. With a 3-game late window, the pace will certainly slow considerably. We will get some simultaneous commercial breaks, so we'll get a chance to dip back into early window action, including Atlanta. Now, you call this a statement win, Atlanta? A lot of people thought they might just start packing it in after a really upset loss last week to Carolina. Falcons came back home, get a victory over the previously red-hot Indianapolis Colts. Final score 29-10. Tyler Algier with the touchdown run there to help seal it. Falcons are now 7-8 on the season. Colts dropped to 8-7. Both those teams very much mathematically alive for the playoffs.
Evans getting the touchdown reception and 2 possessions for the Buccaneers and 2 scores. With the ensuing kickoff after the 3-yard touchdown pass to the 25, let's go downstairs to Melanie Collins.
Well, guys, I spoke with Doug Peterson on the phone last night about some of the issues in the run game. And he said, I do point the finger at some of the issues we've had on the offensive line, some of the injuries. But the biggest thing is getting back to some of the gap scheme concepts we ran earlier in the season. He said getting the ball in the perimeter, utilizing our running back strengths, which are more off tackle, around the edge, less running between the tackles all the time. And they've made it a point of emphasis to find a way to get back to that today.
They have, Mel, and that's going to be a big issue. This run game is really staggered, as she said. Cam Robinson still out, as we mentioned at the very top. The left tackle. Walker Little is there from the 25. Here comes Lawrence at the 1st and 10. Etienne a block. Lawrence to the air. Caught across the way and grabbed by...
After the turnover, the Dolphins have to take their first offensive snap from their own 1 or 2 yard line.
Here's Moser coming out of his own end zone and chugging on forward for a nice gain to give the Dolphins some room. So after all that...
And we just had this in the Chicago Bears game. Justin Fields with DJ Moore on the sidelines at the moment. Gonna go deep, just chucking it up, and Cole Kmet makes the adjustment on the football and gathers it in. That's a 53-yard deep shot connection, and the Bears have it into the red zone. So we'll bring in the Bears in just a moment after 2nd and 4 for Tua.
They've given Tua, it's given him a fresh set of life here.
2nd down. Tagovailoa launching deep. Tyreek Hill. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. As Tom told you, Hill making his return, and he had some space.
He did. He's the inside seam runner. So you see him, he's trying to hold those numbers. And we get so spoiled at receivers like Tyreek Hill.
Bears clinging to the slimmest of playoff chances. They have to win out and get a lot of help to have a chance. 1st and goal at the 9. The hand to Herbert trying the right side. Lucchetta is there, first to contact him and bring him down at the 6. Where's DJ Moore?
Not that time. Achane in the game and running back on 3rd and 4, and play clock down to 0. Did they get it off?
It looked like he was a little bit hopeful that he was going, and then as he tried to go more and more, just that limp was getting more pronounced. Officially, it is an ankle injury. His return is questionable.
I mean, such a huge part of Luke Getsy's offense with the Bears. Over 1,100 yards receiving this year. Thanks, Laura. 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. Off the play fake. Fields, chase, throws, and a flag down in the end zone. May have been a hold. Zaven Collins providing the pressure on Fields, and we'll wait and see about the flag. 3rd and 8. 4-man rush. Tagovailoa loads up, going deep for Waddle. He's got it in stride.
He's going to be out of the pocket. Therefore, it is no foul.
So no pass interference. Would have been illegal.
Plays. Dallas does not find themselves, Kev, having to defend a lot of downfield throws because that pass rush and the threat of pressure. Great job here by Miami. All right, so Tyreek, you drop one. All right, let's give Waddle a shot. How'd you like to have those 2 options if you're 2?
Now 3rd and goal. Darnell Mooney in the backfield. Johnson up towards the top of your screen, split out wide to the left. Fields under pressure, in some trouble, down he goes. There's a flag down in the end zone as Dante Stills, part of a host of Cardinals who got to the quarterback, but what about that flag? Is it going to give the Bears a 1st and goal again?
It might be Kmet this time on Thomas, number 24. 2 in a row in the goal line, or in the end zone, rather.
Holding. Defense, number 24. That penalty is enforced from the previous spot, half the distance to the goal.
History. It's a very unique scheme McDaniel has built to complement the players he has.
Another flip to Moser. Better blocking this time. Moser. And gets down to the 40.
On the brakes, and it's his job to use his size to box out Thomas. And he does that, but look at DJ Moore's back in the game up top. Maybe he's just a decoy and it's a run.
Taylor in motion. Fields under pressure again. He's going to run. Wide open path for 6.
Communicating that value to every player on the roster and gives them a lot of self-confidence that they're impacting the end result.
3rd down, coming near the side, and that ball is caught. It should be a 1st down. It's Jeff Wilson out of the backfield getting
Justin Fields. You have to have rushers on each end at different levels, and you can't run past him. You can't get pushed by him. Excellent job. blocking there and giving.
Yeah, good shot here right down the line. Something else that I think is important to point out about Mike McDaniel and this approach to running offense. He understands players in this league are going to change. They're going to come and they're going to go. He's going to constantly allow this system to match the players and not vice versa. Puts a lot more pressure on the coach, but it's a lot more sustainable.
Here's a fake. Looking deep, firing incomplete. Waddle was in the vicinity. And second down at 10. Going against his Cowboys defense.
Keeping an eye on the Jags and the Buccaneers. This was 3rd and 12 for Trevor Lawrence. And with a couple of his top receivers out with injury, he's going to backups, including Elijah Cooks. Elijah Cooks, a rookie, San Jose State. It's his first NFL catch, and it picks up a first down on 3rd and long. It's a 23-yard catch. Trevor Lawrence does not have Christian Kirk today, out with a groin injury. Does not have Zay Jones today, out with a hamstring.
Expect him to come out today and play well.
Mostert in trouble in the backfield and gets tripped up. Nice play. Jordan Lewis, who's the nickel cornerback, read it. And it'll be 3rd down and long.
Yeah, they're going to love these perimeter little pin and pulls. They're going to try to set the edge. This time, great job by Jordan Lewis. He just gets early penetration, which throws off the entire timing between the back and the offensive line.
Third and 13. Tagovailoa fires far side, incomplete. Waddle was there, but he's covered well by Gilmore, and it's kind of right on the border of a long field goal here. But let's see if they attempt it. Jason Sanders was good from 56 in pregame warmups today. This would be what
he hangs on to the ball, is able to
just had another catch by Elijah Cooks. We'll try and show it to you in real-time speed, but here comes 1st and 10 for the Jags in Bucs territory.
He's on IR. That was in that Cincinnati game Monday night in Jacksonville where he got injured. Zay Jones not playing today. 1st and 10, end around Ridley. Oh, he slips by the dress of Diaby, and down he goes. Diaby with a terrific.
The Dolphins are lining up for a field goal, but the clock just stopped there. Here was the Elijah Cooks catch. Young man was a undrafted street free agent pickup, getting his first NFL targets, first NFL catches. The other earlier one went for plus 20. This one goes for 13.
4 consecutive games, and among rookies, he's 5th in sacks. 2nd down and 22. It's Etienne. And again, Diaby is there and getting some help on the play from Devin White. Gain of 2. 3rd and 20. 3rd in Jacksonville for Doug Peterson, who calls the plays.
Double box in Jason Sanders. Going to be about a 57-yard field goal attempt, something in that range. Deep one for the Dolphins to open up the scoring between the 2 highest scoring teams in football, Miami and Dallas.
Sanders up and good.
20. Etienne a block. Underneath they go. 3rd catch on the drive by Cooks. And Redwell and brought down. Etienne is right there taking the place of Carlton Davis. They're looking at him on the sideline. It's a pickup of 3. It's 4th down. The punting unit or the field goal unit will come on. They're not going to worry about the wind. They'll try it here. And it's a long kick.
Yeah, it's going to be 52 yards, and it's a heavy crosswind.
It is.
The interesting thing is the flags at the top of the stadium compared to the tops of the uprights. It's a swirling, scoops off the seats.
McManus was hitting here before the game from 54, and this is no good. Missing a field goal. Missing the field goal from 52, and the wind, I think, may have messed with it. Wide right. The miss by McManus.
After
A couple of Florida teams with field goal attempts. The Dolphins make theirs, Jags miss. And that game in Tampa maintains a 10-0 Buccaneers lead.
Scrambles, throws. There's McBride, and there's a first down out of bounds near the 44-yard line. 52 catches in the last 7+ games for Trey McBride. Leads NFL tight ends. He gets 10 there.
Well, here comes McBride, and he's just going to sneak out to the flat after an excellent fake by Kyler Murray, and then the roll. And he's got to beat one defender on the edge, find a passing lane, and does an excellent job of flipping his hips to the left as a right-hander and delivering a strike.
His evolution allowed them to, they released Zach Ertz.
Exactly right, and it's because of McBride's ascension, really, and his production, he's earned himself a role.
Murray back to the sideline and trying to hit Michael Wilson. Michael Wilson came in with no drops on the year, and drops are such a subjective statistic. I don't know that you're going to call this a drop, but if it is, it's the first drop he's had.
Well, most importantly, he just couldn't get Tyreek Stevenson into his back pedal. You know, he couldn't get him out of his back pedal, rather. It's great defense by Stevenson, understanding a quick game route was coming and playing the flat the way he's supposed to.
Trying to get the wide receivers involved. That's been a challenge for Arizona. Murray on a designed run, chased by Montez Sweat, tackled by Kyler Gordon. So Kyler brings down Kyler 4 yards short of an Arizona first down.
Well, once again, you see the plan for Montez Sweat is to make him sweat a little bit. You got to just leave him in space by himself and let Kyler Murray read off of him. That only Kyler Murray. There's a handful of runners that play, quarterbacks who can really move, who can make that play and keep that ball. Kyler Murray elects to and gets him to 3rd and short.
A year removed from that ACL tear, Kyler Murray on 3rd and 4 airs it out for Rondale Moore on the sideline, and it's incomplete. Working against Kyler Gordon, wanted to hit Rondale Moore, could not connect. 4th down.
Fourth down, we expect the kicking unit to come out for Arizona. Let you know if anything else transpires. Meantime, not really hot there, or not really cold there in Chicago, but fans, it's getting cold. Winter's here. You can bundle up in NFL fandom with officially licensed cold weather gear. NFLshop.com is the place. All the official gear from all 32 teams, NFLshop.com.
Down home in the 3.
Here's a fake. Pressure, blocked up. Prescott, a dime. CeeDee Lamb in stride. Out across the 45 with a beautiful throw to Lamb. And a first down with a 22-yard pickup.
Yeah, just what makes CeeDee Lamb such a challenge is there's route variation from a lot of formation variation. You're never exactly sure where he's going to align. This time he's in the slot, running a little inside crossing route versus outside leverage coverage. We've seen him do that as well as anybody in this league for the last couple years.
Already 3 catches for CeeDee Lamb in the early going. Here's Pollard right up the gut. Works his way into Miami territory. And he's got a 5-yard gain on.
You know, one of the nicest running backs in the last month of the season has been, statistically speaking, Rachaad White. Doing it in both aspects of the game, running the football and receiving the football. White with a 16-yard catch right there. He's got 4 grabs in the first half and 52 scrimmage yards does Rachaad White.
Some of the lightest boxes in the league. So how much does Mike McCarthy want to rely on that in these early downs?
Second down, Prescott put through again. Lamb in stride, room to run. He's down inside the 20. Makes the move. CeeDee Lamb is going to score.
Well, we just talked about CeeDee Lamb. He's one of the toughest mismatches in the entire league because of his ability to operate in the slot. And we've seen it on this drive as Dallas takes the lead. Great route, great throw, great catch, and then it's all just run after contact.
CeeDee Lamb's got 4 catches for 93 yards.
CeeDee Lamb in that battle of mega-star wide receivers. Tyreek Hill over on the Miami sideline. CD for the Dallas Cowboys makes one of the best touchdowns so far we've seen this week.
In the middle, and it was Trey Herndon. who got in the way on the 4th and 5 pass right down the middle by Baker Mayfield. They're going to keep the offense on the field.
Well, good dial up there by Mike Caldwell, the defensive coordinator. He puts Walker and Allen on the same side next to each other and then brings a secondary blitz off that same side. So overloading one side, bringing pressure off of the other side with a nickel back.
I get it. 7-0 lead for the Bears after that touchdown drive.
Oh. You're to try and pick up a cheap foul.
They were going for Trey Palmer. 4th and 5. Baker going deep. He's got Evans and almost picked off and incomplete.
It's actually good he dropped it.
Yes,
I don't know why he's
was.
mad about dropping it. That would have been the wrong thing to do, is to intercept it, because that would have cost him over 20 yards.
Tyson Campbell, flag thrown on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense. Let's see what penalty. Automatic first down.
Wow, it's a first down and a sabotage move here by the defense of Jacksonville. Cisco got him.
It looked like one step, unless they're saying because it would hit him up high.
So these self-inflicted wounds, as we just talked about, the sabotaging of their own play.
Well, he didn't finish him to the ground. He didn't lift him, and he didn't land on his
Had to be
body.
helmet to helmet.
I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
because he only took one step. Nevertheless, it's another red zone opportunity for the Buccaneers.
White in the backfield, 1st and 10. Rashad White will try to gouge his way inside and plugged up. Not much
They
there.
made their hay, and they've done it in big personnel like this, in 2 personnel.
Jones, the motion man, Fields with time, floats it for Cole Kmet, who pulls it in at the 48-yard line. Budda Baker there to drop him, a 21-yard gain, and Kmet having himself a quarter, now 74 yards receiving.
Well, Kmet just does an excellent job showing that he's going to run an over route, getting back to the corner, basically a flood route on the left side of the field. Took a shot. He got up a little slow. But he's going to run like he's going to run the over and then get back like a throwback flood off a play action and just find the hole in between a flat defender and a linebacker. Well executed and just a well-thrown ball by Justin Fields.
On 1st down and 10, Fields off the play fake. Surveying the field, and Fields just going to throw this one away. Good coverage by the Cardinals.
I asked him, what type of relationship did you have with Todd Bowles prior? And he said, we didn't know each other at all. And Todd just said, listen, after conversations with him, I'd heard a lot about him. I'd interviewed a bunch of offensive coordinators. I knew I wanted to change things up, and I knew what I wanted out of my offensive coordinator. And he said immediately from that first meeting, they just hit it off about philosophies and how they wanted to approach things on the offensive side of the ball.
Into the nickel, 3rd and 11 for Mayfield. Blitzes on, passes away, caught by the Tyler Martin. Breaking one tackle, as Walker couldn't bring him down. And then the avalanche of defenders led by Herndon getting him. It's a gain of 7.
Whatever it is, you want positivity going into this offseason.
That is the big question for both of these franchises. We talked about it at the open. What are they going to do at the quarterback position next year? For the Cardinals, as Laura mentioned,
roster overhaul has
Very significant.
gone from 4-7 to 7-7, and going to take perhaps a bigger lead right here with this field goal try at 31.
Well, and he's quietly sneaking into the conversation for Coach of the Year when you consider what he's been able to do with the young roster that he has. And
McLaughlin nails it from 31.
3 Fields to the sideline, and a diving catch by Darnell Mooney. 40-yard line, a pickup of 6.
Every week, it's very easy to take it all for granted, but they got 2 of the best in the league, and those 2 guys.
On 2nd down, Tungavaloa flushed out. Looking, throws on the run, and he's got a completion. 1st down, it's Cedric Wilson, the ex-Cowboy, coming down with it.
We got to make sure we give some credit.
Or what you do with a top 3 pick. Both have multiple 1st-round picks in the upcoming draft. Fields on the roll, and he'll veer out of bounds. No gain on the play.
A combination of a lot of guys who can just get in there and fill in when needed is just enough for Tua to operate this Mike McDaniel system. which does a great job of not stressing the protection. Nobody in the league better getting the ball out of his hand faster than Tua.
First down on the fake. Done by Loa. Loads up, delivers. It is caught for another first down. This time Robbie Chosen has it inside the Dallas 40. And Chosen's got 19 and he's a little slow to get up as well.
So something for us to talk about and point out. Dallas is traditionally a man coverage team. They just knew this week. We'll cover it when we get back from the break, and hopefully Robbie Chosen's able to get up.
And that game takes a TV timeout. All 3 games into a break at the moment. Just a couple of footnotes on these contests here. Jags and Buccaneers, the 2 4 seeds in their respective conferences. The Bucs have won 3 in a row coming into today. The Jags have lost 3 in a row coming into today. Both of them as division leaders, both control their own path to the playoffs. Win out, and they will win their divisions. Win out, and obviously they will be in the playoffs. Huge playoff probability swing game here as well. Coming into today, if the Jags won this game, their playoff probability would go up to 90%. If the Jags would lose this game, they'd drop to 57%. The Buccaneers, meanwhile, with a win, would jump up to an 86% playoff probability chance and 61% should the Buccaneers lose that game.
Guys, scores, news, highlights, playoff stuff, all of it coming your way from our CBS studios in New York. The Verizon Halftime Report. 3 Buccaneer possessions, 3 consecutive scores, including a short touchdown pass to Mike Evans. Now the kickoff. After the 31-yard field goal, Agnew is back, and he'll deal with the wind, get it on the fly from the 16, and then brought down. Time now for Next Gen Stats, powered by AWS, and it's ETN who is stuck in neutral today, running the ball.
Well, and it's just the fact that coming into this year, what the expectation was. So you see rush yards over expected. So a year ago, ETN averaged over 5 yards per carry. This year, he's only at 3.7 yards per carry. So defenses are dialed in. We talked about the problems on the offensive line, the injuries they've had, but ETN's numbers have dropped significantly in what's expected from that run game coming into the season.
And does so much like Rashad White. 2 of the 4 running backs in the league with 800 rushing yards and 400 yards receiving. Lawrence first and 10, incomplete, looking for Washington, who is replacing the injured Zay Jones in the receiving corps today for the...
Because that's where the stadium and the park was. So if you're going down Elizabeth Street, now you have to stop and then reconnect to Elizabeth.
Drive last 22 seconds of this first quarter. Here's Moser, right side. Cowboys played that one pretty well, just a couple yards, and that will take us to the end of the first here in Miami Gardens. Fun game so far on this Christmas Eve. Hope you're rocking around the Christmas.
You've been shut out. You get the ball first in the second half, so you can get some back-to-back scores. You just got to get something going offensively.
Izzian had the coverage on that play, taking the place of the injured Carlton Davis. It's second down and 10. Lawrence underneath, caught Ingram, first down, and tripped up on the play by Levante David. Caught it and goes for 13, moves the ball to the 36.
Well, Ingram coming into this game is one of the top tight end receivers in the NFL. The numbers he's been able to put up as we get to the 2-minute warning.
Matters, and I love that effort by him, springing his guy for a couple extra yards. You never know when those yards can help, but all those on 3rd and short, I just think that's such a weapon for this offensive team. They got to continue to use those.
When we were talking with him before the game, he didn't feel real great about the idea of those designed runs, but a very effective one there. Quick toss out to Mooney, and Mooney going nowhere. Well defended by Jalen Thompson.
As we jump into the goal to go for Chicago, let's do a game rewind presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Design quarterback run, just a quarterback sweep for Justin Fields. If you're going to run that play, that's the quarterback you want running it. 24 yards on that play. He's already got a rushing touchdown for Chicago. 5 of 8 passing for 84 yards, and the Bears knocking on the door again.
Second down and goal. Khalil Herbert, the running back. And Herbert the carry. Trying to get to the edge. He does. Does he have speed to get to the end zone? He does. It's a Bears touchdown. 11 yards for Khalil Herbert and a 13-0 Chicago lead.
Well, when the corner goes in with this motion from Mooney, he's got to be outside. There's got to be some sort of crack replace on the corner there because they get pinned. The safety's got to get out there. The corner's got to get out there. Somebody has to cut off the outside, but you see Khalil Herbert using his speed to capture the edge, and it was a race for that front pylon.
First rushing touchdown of the year for Herbert caps an 11-play, 90-yard drive for the Chicago Bears. They've taken early control and offense under the Christmas tree. 14-0 Bears.
The issue with man against the Dolphins